Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, M.Hum. My name is Shafa Yasmin Nawaluddin, and today I want to present about the Tylenol murders. And in this case study, and 7 questions, and I will answer one by one. And I will start with the first question. With the first question is, what may have been the consequence if Jonshon Jonshon had decided to talk out the first reports of Tylenol-related deaths and not recall the products? And the consequence Jonshon Jonshon must be faced. The first is more death and disease. I believe that if Jonshon Jonshon had not recalled the poisoned Tylenol capsules in the first round, then the result in the long run would not have been as great. For example, if they harden the product and leave the infected medicine in the store, more consumers will buy these products. This would result in more people taking the drug and resulting in more deaths and illness, thereby making the companies legally liable for knowing that their products were causing deaths and not intervening for whatever reasons. And the second consequences is nobody buys Tylenol. In the long run, I believe that people will be less likely to buy freshly prepackaged Tylenol pills because customers have a crisis confidence in the company, so this cause loses to this company. And then the next is the second question is, what other public relation option did Jonshon Jonshon have in responding to the first round of Tylenol murders? I think the answer is the first is information is presented as quickly as possible. Jonshon Jonshon wants information presented to the public as quickly as possible to prevent additional fear in its customer. And the second is media public relation release, such as advertising a new form of extra-strength Tylenol in tablet form and issuing numerous statements and letters to provide a proper perspective on the situation. And the third is distort facts. By distort facts, so that Jonshon Jonshon will appear innocent, but ultimately causing more deaths will harm the company's information. And in the fourth is provide compensation to victims. The company could discontinue the products completely and provide compensation to the affected people, so the company's image is not completely bad in the eyes of customers. And in the last is remove the name Tylenol. Companies can produce essentially the same pill but with a different name. And the next is the third question. Do you think the company made a wise decision by reintroducing extra strength Tylenol? And my answer is no. I think this is not a wise decision. We are not talking about products that hurt or harm people, but toxic products that kill people. Although the non-poisoned original doesn't harm anyone, but still customer will associate extra strength Tylenol with death. And my opinion, Johnson and Johnson should do more research. Johnson and Johnson should take Tylenol off the market for a longer period of time so they can do more research into the situation that has occurred. For example, what ingredients should be listed or what ingredients should not be mixed when making Tylenol. And I think the next is Johnson and Johnson to reduce the increase in fatalities. By stopping the Tylenol production and marketing process, Johnson and Johnson is not taking the risk of any more fatalities. So one day, when the company is 100% positive, customer will trust them again to buy Tylenol. And the last is Johnson and Johnson to introduce the same products under a different name. If there is nothing wrong or dangerous with the production and ingredients for making Tylenol, companies can introduce the same product with different name so that people don't have any doubts if they want to buy these products. And next is the question number 4. Uh, do you think Johnson and Johnson should have acted so quickly to remove the Tylenol product when the second round of Tylenol murders occurred in 1986? My answer is yes. I think this is an ethical and safe way to prevent further deaths, and not only is it safety measure, but it's also give credibility for the company, making customer feel more protected by Tylenol, and that the company truly cares about its customer and not just sales day. And with one of them, namely what you can see in the screen, remove Tylenol products. After another fatality due to Tylenol, public relations and the company taking the step of removing the product completely was the best move Johnson and Johnson could have taken, because this is different from other company cases. In this case, it is related to human life. So steps must be taken quickly so that there are no more fatalities. And then the next is the question number 5. What specific lesson can be derived from the way in which Johnson and Johnson handle the public relation aspect of these tragedies? The specific lesson can be derived from the Johnson and Johnson is the first, the action immediately. The main lesson learned from Johnson & Johnson approach is that the company handled this public relation crisis by managing positive public relation, even though they were recorded as having the biggest case ever dealing with public relation. And the second is public relations strategy. Public relation utilize the RACE, or Research, Action, Communication, and Evaluation Strategy, so that problems such as products that cause death can be resolved. It is important to take action as quickly as possible, ethically, strategically, and take the necessary means and costs to resolve a problem of this magnitude. And in other hand, companies take the decision openly and honestly are already brave and risk action. And next is the sixth question is, what was the media environment when the Tylenol crisis occurred, and how might the result have differed if then crisis occurred today? Okay, and the answer is the first is information spreads quickly. In the 1980s, the condition of the media was not as bad as before because there was television, newspapers, and radio to reach the public. But the condition was not as good as it's today. Therefore, if this crisis occurs now, the results achieved by companies in reaching the community will be easily achieved because of the use of the internet, such as Facebook, Twitter, email, telephone, billboards, advertising campaigns, and etc. And in the second is quickly resolve this issue. With all the technology available today, Johnson & Johnson will be able to find out exactly what deadly components are included in these capsules, as well as find more effective ways to prevent this crisis more quickly. And then in the last question is, see what information Johnson & Johnson offers for its customer on the Tylenol website, www.tylenol.com. And in the first question is, the first question in number 7 question is, How do this section demonstrate Johnson and Johnson concern for customer? Yes, this section shows great concern for a set of questions that customer can be aware, and it is clear on the website that they are eager to have loyal customer and provide them with all the necessary information. And another reason is the first, the company shows concern. This section on the Tylenol website shows Johnson & Johnson care for its customer as they provide as much information as possible, as well as answering customer question and concern before they even ask. Under the general section of its website, the company even provides the exact dosage and active ingredient in its Tylenol products. And in the second is promote the website. Johnson & Johnson will promote their website with more households as they did previously with their hotline, and they will include facts on the main web page uh, in a large and make it easier for readers to understand what to do in situation like this. And then the next question is, how do you think Johnson and Johnson would see the website to communicate with the public if new health scares surface? And the answer is Johnson & Johnson provide complete information. If a customer experience a new health problems, Johnson & Johnson may use this website as a reference to show all ingredients used in its products. They may also provide a statement announcement on the website homepage to alert active Tylenol users that they need to be aware of particular product recall of issues. And that's all from my presentation and thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.